Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon or Rising. Scorpio, this is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for the week of February the 10th to the 16th. This week we have the Warrior Woman Oracle card. We have the Eight of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Seven of Wands, the Hermit and the Four of Swords. So we really do see a shift this week, Scorpio, of you releasing the thought patterns, the negativity that may be holding you back. That High Priestess really wants you to reconnect with your subconscious to actually face the sides of yourself that you may have, been succumbing to in a negative way, but to actually bring them, to the surface, to fight those inner demons and to seek the answers within yourself in the right direction, with that Hermit energy as well. So it's a very introspective reading that we have here, but let's start off by reading out that Warrior Woman Oracle card. Have you answered your deepest calling? You are here for a reason. You have been called to bravely pave a path. Have you answered your highest and deepest calling? Living a heart and soul-led life is not all fluffy and smooth sailing. Living a heart and soul-led life requires courage to triumph over fear. So often our fears are the gatekeepers to our greatest gifts. And the more resistance we have toward answering a call, the more important it is to our soul's growth. Sometimes fear is an indication that we're facing the right way. Well, that's very interesting, Scorpio. That's exactly what I'm seeing. Overcoming this internal battle is the gateway to really getting a deeper understanding of yourself, to really accessing that internal wisdom that we see here with the Hermit. So it is actually a beautiful reading, but it all starts with acknowledging what holds you back. What is keeping you small, Scorpio? And facing that head on. Yeah, and I mean, we have the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. So, first of all, the Eight of Swords is somebody who is trapped in their own mental prison. Now, mental prisons can take many forms, guys. It can be just a thought pattern of constantly over-analyzing. It can be our self-doubt, our negativity, just the thoughts that keep us small, keep us stuck. It's that kind of energy with the Eight of Swords. It can be a victim mentality, feeling like we're not good enough, all of those kind of things. But, when we are thinking those things, we really are putting that vibration out there to the universe and just, getting stuck in a self-perpetuating cycle of misery and loss. And this person here, they do have a free path out of this kind of, mental prison. However, there's sort of a message here that there's, this person is stuck in it. So ask yourself, is there a pattern that you might be stuck in, and how can you free yourself from that? Now, the issue with the Eight of Swords is that through getting tied up in the overthinking, the negativity, the self-doubt, being a martyr, all of that kind of thing, we actually stop tuning into our intuitive centers. This person here is bound around the third eye, the heart, and the stomach. So what it says is that, by staying in engaging with negativity, those areas can get shut down, and that's when we lose the connection with our higher self. That's when we lose our connection with spirituality, and that's what's happened with these people here in the Five of Pentacles. So we see two people here that don't have proper footwear, are probably hungry, maimed, cold, feeling isolated and withdrawn, and yet they're passing this beautiful refuge of the church, but they don't see it because they are consumed by their own misery. It's keeping them blind to, the big picture. This is actually the Hierophant. This is the church, the spirituality. And the thing is that these people can't see the big picture because they're consumed in their misery. So ask yourself, Scorpio, what is consuming you that might be holding back your vision from, really seeing how you can, overcome this situation. That's what I'm seeing here. But I really feel that this is the week that something happens to help you shift it. I mean, here we have the High Priestess and we have the Seven of Wands. So the High Priestess, she can reveal truths. And often those truths can be revealed from your subconscious, from your shadow side. Some of you may have, a memory that comes up that helps you piece things together, a thought. Some of you might acknowledge something from your shadow side that helps you release this situation. The High Priestess is also strongly tied with intuition. So she's really asking you to, drop the negative thinking and to really tune back in, because as we heard in the Oracle card, that is where there is a portal to another way of being, to transmuting this energy, right? And just another note with that Five of Pentacles, the kind of things, that could be, keeping you stuck in the cycle. It can be linked to, a sense of poverty, whether that's internal or even with financial resources, that could have caused a lot of stress and then just sort of sucked you down in that lack breeds lack mentality. The High Priestess is asking you to look at what might be the root cause of that, what might be the pattern. She can reveal that truth to you, and then, it's time to face it head on, Scorpio, and to fight that battle, to fight those inner demons. Here we see these phantom wands coming up at this person here. So it's sort of like, I feel like the High Priestess is going to release some sort of inner demons, and there might be a little bit of an internal struggle. But just remember, Scorpio, that this is the gateway to something better and the gateway to your internal wisdom, and to, finding out what that deepest calling is, reconnecting and getting on the right path again in life. So in the near future, we have the Hermit and they have the Four of Swords. So for me, this is after maybe this information coming to light and really understanding the situation, understanding what's been keeping you small and holding you back. There might be a period where you really need to turn inwards and go through a period of deep self-reflection and introspection. The Four of Swords talks about a momentary pause. It can also link to needing to take some time out to heal some hurts from the past. But it shows somebody who still has another sword here, and it's about reformulating your battle plan on how to move forward. And you'll know when you reach that tipping point, and that's when you can pick up that sword and charge back into life. But the Hermit, again, sort of reiterates that fact that, it is time to take an inward journey. And the more we turn inwards and we reconnect with our intuition and we seek to understand, that's when, this link to the star energy here, that's when we start healing. And the more we heal and the more we understand and the more we seek, the more we trust our intuition and inner wisdom, this star energy starts burning brighter. So at the moment, you might feel a bit lost, you might feel a bit in the space in between. You might only be able to see a couple of steps in front of you like the Hermit. But the idea is that the more we do go through this process, that star energy in that lamp starts burning brighter, and the path forward will eventually be revealed when you are ready. So, the Hermit can also talk about a sense of spiritual awakening, as in, the Five of Pentacles, we saw people that are very disconnected from their sense of spirituality. So this could be you coming back, being connected with that, having a deeper awakening, and then it's from that place that it will free you and you will be able to move forward. And that's when, when you're reconnected with your inner wisdom, Scorpio, that's when you can really answer that deepest calling. Okay, Scorpio, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Do keep in mind it's a general reading. It won't be for every one of you guys. Feel free to leave me a comment because I always like to know how it's unfolding in your daily life, and I'll see you back here next week with another reading.